Did you get what you were asking for? The answer is no. And does that not buttress? Does that vindicate our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? No, nobody's talking. The same people from the respective regions I mentioned, they are quiet. And then they went into the denial mode. They were telling you to articulate. And they went into whether you're from Cameroon, whether you're from Mafe, or regardless where you come from. These are distractions. And they muddy the water and we listen. And then we fail to isolate the issue. And that issue is, what are we doing here? Why are we here? Why are we still in this state? We are not moving forward, we are moving backwards. And we will continue to move backwards. We will never move forward. And then they will come and convince you and lie. And who do they use? Your own people. And you have a leader stressing, informing you that there are issues that need to be discussed. And then he consults his elders, those that will still deny that they are not being respected, instead of telling you that they did not pay credence to what our leader was saying. They refused to tell you that they underestimated our leader. And this is usually the way we Southerners behave. We have a problem. We have issue. Instead of dealing with the issues, we get distracted. And the rail is switched on us. Instead of going straight, once that rail is switched, we make a diversion and continue to go the wrong way. They promised you and they told you, listen to us, restructuring or Nigeria will disintegrate. There was no restructuring. Why is this still there? What have they done to make sure that their declaration stands? No. That was just a hogwash. And then you have the others telling you, oh, this is what we're going to do, and they do it. What am I saying? Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has told you and will continue to tell you the situation of things. He will continue to tell you where he stands. And where the common sense prevails, you know that each time he tells you something that he is right, what stops you from listening to him? What stops you from following what he is saying? What stops you from implementing what he has been saying? Why are we in this state? Why are we not listening? Why are we fooling ourselves? Now, these people are here. I mentioned the judiciary. Why did I mention it? Listen to this clip, and then you ask yourself a question. Where is the judicial arm of the government? What is the Constitution? And where is the Constitution? For those that are learned, for those that are politically drowned in their political aspiration, for those that are in the House and in the Senate, what is going on?
With regards to the issue of person.
I will get it going. It's the same thing. It's the same issue you run into. Technical issues. Where are these arms of the government? Who are those that the military respond to? Who are those that the police respond to? The law enforcement agents. Who is the commander-in-chief? That is the question. Who is in charge of the military? It is the president. In a democracy, the president is the commander-in-chief. Unless otherwise, like in the military regime, which has been the hallmark of the zoo, military. Military. No sense of administrative evidence that yes, we are qualified to administer our future. Yes, we are qualified to head in the right direction. No. Each time you turn around, you have the military. And we're asking you, is this the way? Is this the way we are going to survive?
With regards to the issue of persons holding means of identification will be allowed by the military men whenever they are conducting maybe cordon and search. To me, I'm a barrack boy. My father is a retired military officer. I have never seen a situation whereby a military man is doing a job or police work, if I can put it, or paramilitary work. I've never seen it in my life. We went to Maiduguri for an oversight. One of the problems of Nigerian army is lack of manpower. And now you want to overstretch the limited number you have for this. So, sir, this is it.
The Nigerian state is in a war situation, and whether we like it or not, even though the constitution has not been suspended, we are doing everything in line with the constitution, because the constitution empowers the Nigerian army to come in aid of other security agencies when the need arises, and to conduct such other functions as may be approved by the National Assembly. And I think that is what we are doing. And many of these activities, you may not necessarily, they are not enumerated in the constitution, so they are not even things you can say, oh, we say we are supposed to do this, this and that. But in the course of doing that particular major activity, we come up with other ideas and other activities that support that particular activity. I think we're in line. So I want to use this opportunity to appreciate you and call on you and let you know that, look, this particular activity or this particular operation that the military is undertaking, because it's not affecting your area doesn't mean you should not be concerned. You must be concerned, because it's affecting everybody. And if it's a business for everybody, I think it is what the whole Nigerians should see as our project, and support the military and the army particularly to ensure that we bring this challenge to a halt. actually designed for the south, south, and southwest, but we are focusing on the southeast because, of course, there are no challenges, or there are challenges everywhere, but it is not as, pronounced as in the southwest as in other areas. Then the last one, okay, not the last one. I want to commend Honorable Pella for this particular vote of confidence. Thank you so much. You actually said that if the ministry is coming up with new ideas and innovations in a bid to improve on the security situation within the country, we should be supported. And I want to call on other distinguished members to toe his line and, of course, speak to their constituents to understand what we are doing. It's not out of the ordinary, as I said. I've tried to explain as much as possible. They are not going to see any increased number of troops on the road, or you are not going to have additional checkpoints and roadblocks. You are not going to see any different activity which you are already seeing now. But it's just a noble idea in a bid to arrest some of these criminals that may be relocating from one particular part of the country to other parts. So also you cited the aspect of awareness and sensitization that we need to do more. I agree with you that yes, of course, anything the army is doing or the military is doing, sometimes people read a whole lot of meanings into it, and we will take this back and ensure that we create more awareness.
If we can be fair to each other, national ID card, if you can close this door now, including the military men, the honorable members, members of the press, and staff of this National Assembly, if you ask them to bring out their national ID card, I don't think you can have more than 50% of people that can pass through this door. The truth of the matter is, it has not been provided to all Nigerians. As I'm talking to you now, and I want you to talk to the theater in Borno, by 6 a.m., if you go to National ID card office in Maiduguri, you have more than 2,000 people, without fear of any contradiction, queuing up. Among them, you have Chadians, you have people from Niger Republic, you have people from Cameroon Republic. They are queuing up. And one of the requirements for you to get the national ID card is for you to just have access to indigenization letter from any of the local government, which is very porous. Everybody can go and obtain indigenous letter for a local government and acquire national ID card.
We are finished. We are finished. For all those that are Biafran politicians, southern politicians, you are under military rule. And if you cannot make it out from this, then you will never know. They have already told you that it has not been officially announced, but you are under military rule. Are you doubting it? I just played it. I don't know if you fished it out. There's problem. There is very huge problem. This is why the judiciary is not talking. That young man in the Senate told you that he is the son of an ex-military man. He has never seen anything like it before. You are under coup. There is military rule, not democratic rule. And this brings me back to the presidency. Who is in charge? Where is the Senate and where is the House? If the army spokesman is telling you that there's nothing you can do about it, what does that tell you? He's telling you whether you like it or not. And that goes back, if you turn around, that goes back to those we have been accusing of sponsoring military dictatorship. we have told you that the presidency does not exist. And to make sure that you don't find out, the army is instituting ways to silence you. And you had the counter of the military spokesperson. The counter was that you are asking for national identity, and you have people from Chad, Mali, Cameroon crossing into the border unchecked, and that is why the border is open. When are we going to be wise? When are we going to be intelligent? This is why the northern border is open, and then the one of the south is closed. They will surpass you in population wise. When somebody crosses from Chad into Nigeria, they come in thousands and go to the local government and get the letter. He is a Nigerian citizen. You are finished. And then they're in your own backyard making Operation Smile and Operation Cry. And you have our people. When they suppress you, they step on you. And they're talking about challenges. And they live where the challenges exist and come to where the challenges does not exist. And he went back and tell you, even though there is no problem in the southeast, that is where we are concentrating. Why? Why? You don't have fire. You don't have smoke. You don't have any pot. You don't have the food. Then you live where you have all those amenities to come where those things are non-existent to say you want to eat. If you're hungry, where do you go? You go where the food is. If there's fire, where do you use your fire equipment? It's where there is fire. There cannot be fire somewhere else. You live where that fire is, to go where the fire is not, to go and fight fire. It's either you're maroon or something is wrong with your brain. Declare your allegiance. That's up to you. You can deceive yourself. You can accept all lies told to you. At the end of the day, the truth will surface. If you did not get that clip, I am going to play it again. I have pointed out to you things you have missed. And play it, now you catch it.
The issue of persons holding means of identification will be allowed by the military men whenever they are conducting maybe cordon and search. To me, I'm a barrack boy. My father is a retired military officer. I have never seen a situation whereby a military man is doing a job or police work, if I can put it, or paramilitary work. I've never seen it in my life. We went to Maiduguri for an oversight. One of the problems of Nigerian army is lack of manpower. And now you want to overstretch the limited number you have for this. So, sir, this is it.
The Nigerian state is in a war situation, and whether I would like it or not, even though the constitution has not been suspended, we are doing everything in line with the constitution, because the constitution empowers.
Even though the constitution has not been suspended, and they are telling you what the constitution says, you suspend the constitution when there is a military takeover. Did you get that? Now, do you see what we are dealing with? But we have been telling you this all along. You have heard it from the horse's mouth. Even though the constitution has not been suspended, else can you ask for? And you are in a body where you say they make the law, and they are telling you it is unconstitutional. But tactically and apparently, you are telling them that even though the Constitution has not been suspended, you must do it. You are going to do it.
The Nigerian Army to come in aid of other security agencies when the need arises, and to conduct such other functions as may be approved by the National Assembly. And I think that is what we are doing. And many of these activities, you may not necessarily, they are not enumerated in the Constitution, so they are not even things you can say, oh, we say we are supposed to do this.
Do you have it? Did you get it? You don't have a constitution. You don't have one. You simply don't have a constitution. That makeshift constitution is illegal. Then where is your one Nigeria? They have not announced to the world that it is a military takeover. But from this, if you cannot understand it, you will never. They said it. I'm reporting what they said. I read between the lines. And that's why I played it. In case you are in doubt, one more time.
A military man is doing a job or police work, if I can put it, or paramilitary work. I've never seen it in my life. We went to Maiduguri for an oversight. One of the problems of Nigerian army is lack of manpower. And now you want to overstretch the limited number you have for this. So, sir, so this is it.
The Nigerian state is in a war situation, and whether I would like it or not, even though the constitution has not been suspended, we are.
Nigerian state is in a war situation. You've had it. You had it from the army spokesperson. That's the man speaking now. And listen to him some more.
Doing everything in line with the constitution, because the constitution empowers the Nigerian army to come in aid of other security agencies when the need arises, and to conduct such other functions as may be approved by the National Assembly. And I think that is what we are doing. And many of these activities, you may not necessarily, they are not enumerated in the constitution, so they are not even things you can say, oh, we say we are supposed to do this, this and that. But in the course of doing that particular major activity, we come up with other ideas and other activities that support that particular activity. I think we're in line. So I want to use this opportunity to appreciate you and call on you and let you know that, look, this particular activity or this particular operation that the military is undertaking, because it's not affecting your area doesn't mean you should not be concerned. You must be concerned, because it's affecting everybody. And
you get it? You think it does not concern you? It concerns you. You must be concerned. You must be concerned. And how do you get rid of this mess? Every region must go back where they come from. You can't live this way. You cannot continue to operate this way. This is one country that instead of moving forward, they move back. Military, 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 right from day one. Other tiny, inconsequential, I can't say tiny countries are ahead of the giant of Africa. And the giant of Africa is still under military parade. Let me finish airing him.
With regards to the issue of persons holding means of identification, military men, whenever they are conducting maybe cordon and search, to me, I'm a barrack boy. My father is a retired military officer. I have never seen a situation whereby a military man is doing a job or police work, if I can put it, or paramilitary work. I've never seen it in my life. We went to Maiduguri for an oversight. One of the problems of Nigerian army is lack of manpower. And now you want to overstretch the limited number you have for this. So, sir, this is it.
The Nigerian state is in a war situation, and whether I would like it or not, even though the constitution has not been suspended, we are doing everything in line with the constitution, because the constitution empowers the Nigerian army to come in aid of other security agencies when the need arises, and to conduct such other functions as may be approved by the National Assembly. And I think that is what we are doing. And many of these activities, you may not necessarily, they are not enumerated in the constitution, so they are not even things you can say, oh, we say we are supposed to do this, this and that. But in the course of doing that particular major activity, we come up with other ideas and other activities that support that particular activity. I think we're in line. So I want to use this opportunity to appreciate you and call on you and let you know that, look, this particular activity or this particular operation that the military is undertaking, because it's not affecting your area doesn't mean you should not be concerned. You must be concerned, because it's affecting everybody. And if it's a business for everybody, I think it is what the whole Nigerians should see as our project, and support the military and the army particularly to ensure that we bring this challenge to a halt. So Crocodile Smile is actually designed for the south, south and southwest, but we are focusing on the southeast because, of course, there are no challenges, or there are challenges everywhere, but it is not as, pronounced as in the southwest as in other areas. Then the last one, okay, not the last one. I want to commend Honorable Pella for this particular vote of confidence. Thank you so much. You actually said that if the military is coming up with new ideas and innovations in a bid to improve on the security situation within the country, we should be supported. And I want to call on other distinguished members to toe his line and, of course, speak to their constituents to understand what we are doing. It's not out of the ordinary, as I said. I've tried to explain as much as possible. Then you are not going to see any increased number of troops on the road, or you are not going to have additional checkpoints and roadblocks. You are not going to see any different activity which you are already seeing now. But it's just a noble idea in a bid to arrest some of these criminals that may be relocating from one particular part of the country to other parts. So also you cited the aspect of awareness and sensitization that we need to do more. I agree with you that yes, of course, anything the army is doing or the military is doing, sometimes people read a whole lot of meanings into it, and we will take this back and ensure that we create more awareness.
If we can be fair to each other, national ID card, if you can close this door now, including the military men, the honorable members of the press and staff of this National Assembly, if you ask them to bring out their national ID card, I don't think you can have more than 50% of people that can pass through this door. The truth of the matter is, it has not been provided to all Nigerians. As I'm talking to you now, and I want you to talk to the theater in Borno, by 6 a.m., if you go to National ID card office in Maiduguri, you have more than 2,000 people, without fear of any contradiction, queuing up. Among them, you have Chadians, you have people from Niger Republic, you have people from Cameroon Republic. They are queuing up. And one of the requirements for you to get the national ID card is for you to just have access to indigenization letter from any of the local government, which is very porous. Everybody can go and obtain indigenous letter for a local government and acquire national ID card.
Gentlemen, ladies, if you are still sleeping, wake up. There is a lot in here. If you can't digest this, go and sleep. Wake up and listen to it one more time. The whole operation is meant for the South. It is meant for the South, not the North. You had it. The South includes, it says Southwest. Hello, Oduduwas. Hello, Middle Belt. And their main focus is Southeast, where they know that if they subdue Southeast, then every other thing is piece of cake. It's a cakewalk. They just walk all over every other person. And that is why you have 45,000 troops. Every day they troop in from different divisions to Biafra land. And he's telling you that there's a state of war. They are fighting. And then he's telling you the military is in charge. And the guy asked him, why is the military doing what the police are supposed to do? He said, because we have not officially announced it. You had it. You had it with your two naked ears. And because we have not suspended the Constitution, they want to use certain provisions from that Constitution and encompass it with their military takeover. It's like you will come and in a theater you will play the role of the devil. I'll be the advocate. What if I do this? What will happen? Then I say, well, if you do this, this is what will happen. And the guy will ask you, what are you doing? People are coming from Madugri. In Madugri, come 6 in the morning. Since how long has this been going on? When did they visit Madugri to understand that 6 in the morning, people from Mali, Chad, Cameroon, name it, from the Sahel, they already queued up to get their nationalization. And they are telling you, the owner of the land, to bring your ID. And the hopeless high chiefs are busy. They are busy magnifying themselves. And go and look for where our leader is. Thank him. Beg for forgiveness and rally around him. Otherwise, shame will befall you at last. That your pride will be soiled with cow dungs. And when you pass by, the high chief will be smelling like a cow dung. Then I will know what use your high chieftaincy brought you. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. +1 484 767 0848. And don't be misinformed. We tell you what we know, what we read, and we report from what they say, not what we say. We put it under microscope. We examine it and get our own take. And do what you like. Say what you like. At the end of the day, we are right. All we have been telling you all along is right. And this is why they come out to the proscribed IPOB. And if we are right, why are you still hiding under your table? Why are you still hiding in your bedroom, in your closet? You are cheating yourself. At the end of the day, you will regret it. Call out your name and where you come from. Hello? Your name and where you come
from. My name is Richard. I'm from Cross River.
Welcome.
Yeah, you know, always deal with these people, and I understand what you people are saying. There was a day I was here in Railway, and Fulani are coming to pass through Railway, and we chase them away. So what am I trying to say? If federal government will remove their hand from this Fulani, from this basement, in fact, they are nothing before us. 7 of them, I am one guy, Anambra, coming from Aguilera. We chased them away, and we tell them that they will not pass here. I didn't know that my second behind me, he has dagger. And me, I don't have anything, but we chase them away. When we start the fight, they remove their dagger. My second, they took the old dagger. So what am I saying? The federal government should remove their hand from this from this issue of Biafra. In fact, we will get Biafra. I thank Nnamdi Kanu, and I thank you. I thank all the principals of IPOB. I thank all those that are working hard for we to restore this our nation, Biafra. May you keep Abiyama. Bless you, bless Nnamdi Kanu, and bless all principals of IPOB. Thank you, sir. I will call you again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. The issue there is that the federal government will not remove its hand from the Fulanis because they are the Fulanis. They are the ones orchestrating it. They are giving them support with the military and the Boko Haram that are all over your land. You see the game they are playing. When you cut the head, the body will fall. Which is the head? It is Biafra land. That they have not achieved their goal is because Biafra is still alive. And where is the heart? It's in the southeast. And that is where the proscription comes from. If we can get hold, get handle, get control of these southeasterners, oh, Akwa Ibom will be easy. Any other area will be easy. Call out your name and where you calling from.
Hello?
Your name and where you calling from.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good morning from here.
My name is James Obodo. I'm calling from Enugu. Are you hearing me?
James Obodo, go ahead.
Hello?
I'm hearing you.
I'm calling from Enugu. My God, I want to tell you our radio will be stopped. You can't hear if our radio will stop. You can't hear it. I don't know what will happen to our radio. So, last month, our radio will work. So I want to tell you that our radio will work. From Enugu now.
Thank you very much. We are working on it. We are working on it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That brings me back to the announcement when I got on the air about the project in the Newi and Onisha. And we continue to reinforce our stations. And all this information given to you, they are retrievable. You can go to www.ipobinUSA.org Click on the broadcast. You will see it. Any program that you miss, go there, you will get it. Call out your name and where you calling from. Call out your name and where you calling from.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Good morning from here. Your name and where you calling from.
Okay. My name is Madam Imuchi. I always call from Nguacha.
Welcome, madam.
In the same report, I want to report that our radio since on Friday, and it is in fact since over 2 months now, this radio has never been regular. It's always off and on, and sometimes it will last for 1 week. I was thinking that maybe they are attacking the radio. But my husband always told me that it might be from our area. I don't know who I will ask about our area, whether they are listening to the radio. Sometimes when we go to meeting, they tell us to keep on listening to the radio. They will tell us keep listening to the radio. But when we come to the radio is not working. I don't know what to do again, because I'm not sure. Now you mentioned that our leader maybe broadcasted sometime ago. But we didn't know for some time now. Never been hearing our leaders broadcast as I used to know it before, since he came out from since he went abroad. I don't know what I will do then. But when we listen to the radio, we hear what we know ourselves. And again, what I want to add is, all these things now that is happening, we that is in this southeast and south area, some of us from southeast, we came to south. We don't even know what to do. We will buy a market, we will buy a gun. How do we guide ourselves? You see, we know that the battle is not for us. Bible says that the battle is not for us. You see, we have the God as himself, God himself that is a God of war. But the battle belongs to him. But notwithstanding, what do we need to do? We that are women,
defend
mostly, and the elderly people.
Yes, I sympathize with you. I understand.
I want to thank you people. I want to thank you people. I'm not afraid to do that.
Thank you very much.
Keep blessing you people that you have. It is as a point of duty to represent us in that level. But please, you people should help us for this radio so that we will be on at all time hearing from our leaders. But sometimes when we fail to hear from him, it's as if we are no more. We have gone far, or he has gone far from us. Please, thank you.
Thank you very much. The point is the radio. Now you understand why it is very, very important to get this radio going. Now they know. Now they understand. Now people are listening. But that source must be widened. They can no longer quieten Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra is all over. So for those that are in charge, if you have a problem with it, bring up your problem. Lay the complaint. Let the fault be corrected. Sometimes weather plays a factor, but based on the complaint, the length of time, I doubt if it is weather-related issue. I think it has to do with the people handling it. If you fail to perform, you are working against this drive. It should be your duty to ensure that this radio is on. It's like life support. If you are hooked up on life support, you do everything to make sure that that thing is on, or else you are dead. Call out your name and where you calling from.
Good day, sir.
Good morning from here.
God bless you, sir. Long time. My name is Ulak. It's a bit my number now.
Talk
God
sense.
bless you. Yes, sir. God bless.
Talk sense. So.
God bless them because bless everybody. I want to tell you, sir, big sir. I take God will beg you people. I take God will beg you people. It's very, very close to God to restore the kingdom. I take God will beg you people. You don't want to hear something. Let me listen myself. What did I face? My God.
My brother, your people are dying. You keep sending me messages. Your people are dying. Wake up. Wake up. You don't have to call the radio. There are many numbers calling here for me to be fishing out your number. I don't have to do that. We like you. We don't hate you. But all we are saying is that right now we have important issue to deal with.
Hello?
The call number is +1 484 0848. I will find sometimes you do the unpopular thing, and the Biafrans must be very, very responsible. We must know where our priorities are. We must know when to do certain things. And when we fail to do it, it becomes ridiculous. You have your prophetic idea, and we are in a mess. If that your prophecy is real, you will know when they are coming. You will know when your enemies are coming. You will know how many people they are going to kill. You will know that the military is in charge. And the God is sending you. We don't doubt you. But we are saying is, this is the wrong avenue. This is the wrong channel. You have been given chance to say things, and when it warrants, I will do the needful. Accepting calls. I'm not accepting calls. Call out your name and where you come.
Good afternoon.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, we are listening.
Yes, sir. My name is Samuel Bonnet from Mama Ebony State.
Welcome.
Biafra land. I don't know. I'm a man in the Amateur my time which is in the house of assembly, when they were house of Senate. Well, I'm very high whatever. We look government chairman. What I know,
Please.
Mama or transmit I had your side.
I'm speak in English, please.
Yes, okay. I see that my name is Samuel Bonia, calling from the SSP, indigenous farmers, a boy produce in a flat land. So,
His line is gone. His line is gone. When people in the Senate cannot smell that there's something fishy in what is going on, my question is, what are they doing there? What is their mission there? when they cannot smell that there is trouble. And the military man is telling you that there is military takeover. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hello?
Yes, your name and where you calling from?
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Your line cut off. Go ahead.
Okay. My name is Ndukokoro. I'm calling from Ibere. Ibere in Bende local government area. In the local government area under Waya province. You see, Madalose, I'm just so much interested in that clip you played. That clip is an eye-opener to whoever wants to know himself. Okay, the young man who said that his father is an army man, or his father was an army man, he's a barrack boy. That boy is from the north, and he has just spoken the truth. He has never seen where army works, takes the job of a paramilitary. He just said the truth, even also he's from the north. And then people here in the south, I don't think they're listening to that very clip. You repeated the clip. Now the useless spokesman of the army was boldly telling us that even though the constitution has not been suspended, whether you like it or not, they will do whatever they like. And he was saying this in presence of the Senate, and they allowed that man to walk scot-free. What an insult they have given. And he was even kind enough to mention that there is no problem in the southeast, but they have to do it in the southeast. For what? So it's an eye-opener. You know, any person who does not believe in what Nnamdi Kanu has been saying, I don't think that person is supposed to be on earth or is supposed to be alive. Okay, could you see? This clip you played made me to remember the newspaper on Saturday, as was read by one of the Zoo radios in Port Harcourt. They called Web FM. One of the newspapers said the chairman of Meeti Allah openly and boldly said that any state that wants to live in peace should accommodate Ruga. And even the radio presenter said, what a bold statement, what an insult. And you can imagine a cattle rearer giving elected governors order, if you don't want trouble in your place, give us the land for Ruga. Can you imagine that? What an insult. Which means this people, they have just told us openly that we are nothing. Assuming that Nnamdi Kanu never come up by now, what could have become of us? We couldn't have been breathing, just ordinary breathing, the free air God has given us. We couldn't have been breathing it by now. So I give all thanks to Nnamdi Kanu. He has opened our eyes. For those of us who really want their eyes to be opened, Nnamdi Kanu and you people in the radio stations have tried enough to open our eyes. It is only those who don't want their eyes to, especially our people who believe that they make business and get money every day. So when you talk about this Biafra something, they say Nigeria because they feel they make 20 or 30,000 naira every day. And you make such money and you are still a slave. They don't even think of that. So my brother, let me stop so far and give other people chance. My name is still Ndukokoro from Ibere. Although this is my first time of getting your station, I'm always with the Ike Peters and other presenters. This is my first time of following you, and I'll be calling again. Ndukokoro from Ibere. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Koro. Thank you. The cat has been let out of the bag. What you don't understand. Now, if you don't understand it with this one, you will never understand. You will never understand. Southeast is your problem. And the guy is telling you, if you're not concerned, be concerned. They are here to kill you. They are out for your head. Caller, your name and where you calling from? Good morning from here.
My name is Simon Ayenugo.
Welcome, Simon.
I'm from America, Spain. Simon Ayenugo is from Umaka. Umaka is in Olo, in Java, in Biafra land. The Chukwuka bless every IPOB family members all over the world. Bless our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. Bless our mouthpiece, Uchemafo, and all of you working in different areas, in media, in any way you are supporting for this restoration of Kingdom of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Biafra, may Okike protect and guide you, bless you. Anything you touch must be a blessing. Chukwu Okike Abiyama must provide anything you need to support this struggle. Biafra must be restored. There's nothing anybody can do about it. Thank you for playing out that audio, because I watch it live. Sometimes I normally engage in different media and some people. It has been as it is that our people seem to take our information for granted, because we are not taking money from them. We don't ask them to pay anything for we to tell them the truth. That is what is putting every one of them where they are today. Both people they have lost their life intentionally, unintentionally, and people that have lost their businesses. I don't know when we're going to understand this. The army man have made it clear that army has taken over. He said it openly. And when these people say things out, our people don't reason it. They will laugh at it and move on. The man, the zombie, the slave of the fallen age, because if you are Nigerian army, you are a slave. You are a slave to Nigeria, even though to take away all your family. He said it there openly, although there is no problem in Southeast, but they want to do it there. For what? And tomorrow somebody will be wanting me to come and say that is this, is that, honorable this, you are representing me. You are representing yourself, you are just there to be slave. Who told you people before you people enter? Look at what is going on now. Let's assume Radio Biafra do not come out and our leader do not come out, and our leader did not stood like a man. Where will we be today? Every one of you there will be allergy and whatever. They will just convert all of you. You people, they will just want to turn you people to Afla, to Hausa. Our people, it's time to wake up. Forget about your ego. Forget about your ego. You might not like the way IPOB is doing it. We are not the one controlling this struggle. The nature. That is what is going on. So nobody can stop it. Forget how they are doing it. Truth is bitter. We stand for truth. We stand for the land. We stand for our people. To save our lives. To exist like a people. Because our lives don't matter to any part of the world. They can kill us. They can roast us. They can burn us in any form. It doesn't matter until we stand up. And that is why every one of you must support IPOB. Support anywhere you can. Do it. Stop. Don't come out. There's people that have sacrificed their life for this struggle, and those that will see coming. Fulani have declared war on us. Nigeria government have declared war on us. The army man said it all. He said that Nigeria is in a state of war, although the constitution have never been suspended, and we are still moving, perambulating, opening your shop, selling Monday to Saturday, Sunday you go to church and praise and worship and come back. Without what IPOB is doing, do you think you can still go to church? You can never. When they burn 2 or 3 places, church will end. Even your father, your reverend fathers, all of them have private jets now. All of them will run away. Our people that are planning to go back home, be very, very careful. Most of you are the main targets. I must say this thing open. Be very, very careful. Know your movements. Know your movements. They are trying to eliminate us. All the whole thing that happened in 1967, they are replicating it gradually. Soon they will soon hunt people down from airports. All these things are their plan. If we don't reveal all these things and plan ahead of them, because He have answered our prayer, because we have remembered who we are and gave us a leader, the Son of Man, at least to make us to know who we are as a people, to fight for our freedom for the first time in our history. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama bless every one of you, protect and guide you. Be vigilant this time, because they want to take as many as many young men they can. Anyhow, they think they say when Biafra is restored, there won't be people to live there. That is why they are importing all these Fulanese. But we must be vigilant. Biafra must be restored. All hey Biafra, sign off from here. Bye bye.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you very much. When all these people come in, when they import them, they are coming to replace you. They will replace you. So sit here and behave like it does not concern you. Call out your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning from here.
My name is Prince. I'm calling you from Moscow. First of all, I would like to thank and greet our supreme leader, President Bekano, and our deputy, Mazi Chemefo, our African rep, Mazi Nide, you, Mazi Alazie, Mazi Kechuku, and all our presenters. Mazi, please, I was in the bus coming from work when you played that clip. I have some stupid friends back there in our university WhatsApp group, and then they are so close that whenever I talk about Biafra, they attack me. I would like you to please repeat this clip. I want to record it. I'm in my house and I want to record it so that I will send it across in our WhatsApp group for them to listen. Because whenever I raise the issue of Biafra or try to preach to them for them to join IPOD, they look at me. In fact, at the time I left the group, and it was somebody that called me, one of my best friends anyway, that called me and asked me to not to mind them. So please help me by repeating this clip, sir. That's why I called back. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It will be repeated later in the broadcast, not now. I just want people to react to it, and then I'll repeat it. Even tomorrow it will be played again. People should understand that they can argue as much as they want to. They can deny the fact as much as they want to. I wonder what their education will mean to them when after graduation they will be asked to go home and you have nowhere to go to. What makes them not attach themselves to what is happening at home is beyond my imagination. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Your line is not good. Your line is not good. Yeah, it's very bad connection. To those in charge of the radios, whatever the problem is, please make it available to us so that we can correct the problem. You can't keep quiet and people will be complaining. You see, make your report and say what is wrong with the radio. You can't be out of service for almost a month and nobody will know what is going on. When you're asked to do something, do it, and do it properly. See? Do it and do it properly. Now people know that there is Radio Biafra. Now they know it's 24/7. And we're not going to fail them. Caller, your name and where you're calling from. Yes, I have bad connection. Your connection is bad. You have bad service. Keep on trying. Maybe you will improve as time goes on. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. Caller, your name and where you calling from? Go ahead. I think it's where you're calling from. That is the problem. You have listened to that, and we ensure that you know what we are talking about. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hello. Good afternoon, Mazi Chukwemeka. Good evening. Good morning. Your time zone. Mazi Chukwemeka. I remember Mazi Ezogadema calling you from which is the one in Iguacha province and from Onichigbe in Abakweke province.
Welcome.
I bless you. Yes. We commend you people for good work you are doing for us. And we commend our spirit Damazen Nandi Kano, Oran Echirora, and his deputy Mazuche Mofo, the Chuko Kikabiyama bless him and bless all Hako as ready who are working assiduously to make sure that the total restoration of Biafra is come to reality. Maze, we say the Chuko Kikabiyama continue to grant our heart desire to make sure that this total restoration of Biafra will come to reality. And what we are deliberating this afternoon, the zoo is already taken by military. See, in Aba, in everywhere now, they are doing operation through your ID card, which is showing that the military has taken over the zoo. And none of them can stand up and speak. All of them, they are keeping quiet. The Jubilee who piloting the zoo country are taking power to hand over the military. The senators, House of Assembly, they are keeping quiet. But we know that we are 7 steps ahead of them. Our leader has said it fast. But to see what our leader has said, it's already manifesting now. People are seeing it now. People who do not believe, they are believing what our leader said in the past. And I thank you, Kikabiyama, for honoring our voice, because the voice of our leader is the voice of Chukwu Kikabiyama. The voice of Biafra is the voice of Chukwu Kikabiyama. Thank you, Mazi. I advise our people to remain resolute. No matter any harassment they are passing through in this zoo, very soon we shall go home to land of Chukwu Kikabiyama, which is the holy land of Biafra. Thank you. I sign off here. I remember the goodbye.
Welcome. Goodbye. Mazi, your comment is welcome. And that is the way things are. Our leader says it the way it is. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hello?
Good morning.
Hello?
Turn off your radio. Turn off your radio.
All right.
Yes, we are listening to you. Go ahead.
I'm coming from Aba.
Welcome.
I want to be the chief of the people of Biafra. I want to thank all of our people who are serving us, who are making sure that we are giving the right information at the right time. I have been telling people, if you don't listen to Radio Biafra, I don't know what you're listening to. Because all these radio stations here, none of them will give you a factual information. Now, see what the senator was saying. They are starting show your identity from south to east. Why is it from south to east? Why can't they start it from the north, where there is Boko Haram they are fighting? They want to tactically come down here and begin to kill our people again. Then the question is, how many of the people in southeast have gotten this ID card? How many of them? If the population in southeast is 7,000, less than 500 can go to this. We know we are not Nigerians. It's up to Nigerians to do their thing the way they want to do. But what I believe is that people to try their man will stand for us, because all the prophecies of our leader is coming to fulfillment. And the people of Kadiama will, through IPO, will provide ways and means on how we will survive this atrocity that Nigeria is bringing upon us. And at the end of the day, we will place people of Kadiama in the land of Biafra. More power to your elbow and to all the broadcasters. Truly to believe that time has come when Biafra will be established. Continue your good work, and may all our people who have never associated themselves with IPOB do that right away. Thank you very much. I want to give chance for other people to speak.
Thank you. Caller, your name and where you're calling from. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, good morning, Mazi. My name is Chukwumeze. I'm from Eziazu in Enugu province. But right now I'm calling from Dallas area.
Welcome.
Anyway, well, before I speak on the topic of today, I want to report that I don't think the Biafra Aid Foundation is working very well. I don't know if anyone has called to report on it. Every time I try to send my a donation, it comes back to me. And I've tried it for like 3 days straight now, so I don't know if anyone else has complained. And then I called my bank and they said that the problem is with the receiver, not with them. So I don't know if you have heard any other complaint.
What receiver are you using?
I'm using Wells Fargo. I have two accounts. I'm using Wells Fargo and then Bank of America. None of them will go through. It has gone through in the past, but now it's not going through. So I'm not sure what's going on.
Did you hear the announcement I made with regard to how it's forwarded?
Yeah, the one you made at the beginning of your broadcast, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Bia Foundation Inc. That's how it was set up.
Bia 67.
I've sent some money before.
Bia 67. Bia 67 Foundation Inc. Bia Foundation Inc.
Yeah, that's the name of the account, right?
Yes.
I've done that already. I've sent money before that went through. All of a sudden it stopped. I don't know what's going on. If it's happening to other people, or is it just my account? I don't know. Okay. But I already called the bank and they said that there's no problem from them.
Okay, I will let the other people know about it. I will get in touch with Ozurumba if he's listening. I think if he's listening, he can give more information on that. I will get in touch with him. It's good you made it known, and I have not had complaint from other people. So, but it's worth looking into to see if there is a problem elsewhere. And the call number is +1 484 767 0848. +1 484 767 0848. Why are we in this mess? They're bringing people to lie. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Good morning.
Just a cheap parable. Amaba. This word has been spoken before now. Our leaders say it. Here they are, and they're going to kill us. In our own eyes, here they are. They're going to rape our sisters, our wives, our mother, even though our men are going to be raped. Hear it and hear it loud from me as your leader. People turn their deaf ear. Here they are. They are going to pretend to be a military, but they are bunch of vultures coming to eat us raw. But our so-called the old ones pretend that they love us, but they love the money, which is the root of all evil. They are the people that sold us out. My name is Onyola Chiachika Maria Bullet Osowa. Bullet is my real name. I keep on telling you people, it is not a guy name. Bullet is my real name. In my place we answer, we answer Nkume. We answer Anyahu. So people think that it's a nickname. It is my real name. We are being killed. Do you need to be killed again? Do you need to go back to sleep and have a dream? Do you need God to come down to speak to you? The military guy has said it all. The slave of Nigeria. Because whoever that served in the military, thank God I'm no more there. It's a slave to Nigerian military. My brothers and sisters that is still serving in Nigerian army, be you a custom, be you a naval, be you air force, be you whatever you are wearing that stupid uniform, you are still a born slave. Because in your presence, they will slaughter your brothers, your sisters. They will rape your wife, your mothers, and so eat all, and you cannot do nothing. They will send you to the battlefield, which is the war front, and then will come to your own territory, to your people, while you yourself being killed in war front, and you can do nothing. Now, Omena Ginanya, Okora Omena Ginanya, David Obama, Omena Ginanya, all the Eastern governors, all you that say you represent us, you represent yourself and your pocket. Hear it and hear it clear. Hear it because you are not deaf. You are not blind. You are not crippled. You see it's coming. It has come. What do you want to do now? Our leaders is not going to slaughter himself because of you guys. We are fighting this battle. We will never give up. The last man standing will raise Biafra flag. I Bullet said so. The last man standing will raise the Biafra flag. Whether you like it or not, this flag is going to be raised one day. Whether you like it or not, my people, my Biafra lovers, those are over here. Do not feel that we are leaving the people. No, we are behind the people. Tears fill our eyes whenever we hear this report. Here the Hausa man says, truly, how many people, how many are there, even though as they are sitting down there, can present national ID card? None. Where people are tripping in from Niger, from Togo, name them all to come and have the national ID. And you, that is there, cannot have it. My dear brothers and sisters, it's either you wake up now or you've been buried alive. Wrongly Federal Republic of Biafra, wrongly United States of Biafra, wrongly all the hardcore of Biafrans, wrongly our leader Mande. You will live long to see this flag raised, and you will be the first one to raise this flag. I sign up from here for other people to speak. God bless you, all lovers of freedom fighter. from Bullet to Soa. Sign out. Thank you.
Thank you very much. God bless you too. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. Why all the military activities? Because they know that that man there is not Buhari. They know. And this is why they stayed fast. You remember when the rumor started, what did Brutai tell you? You remember what Brutai said? There will be no coup. Every military person keep calm. There will be no coup. That's what he said. They are not telling you all they know. They hide. They connive. They don't tell you the truth. Tell her your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah. My brother, good afternoon from here. Good evening from here, my brother. Good evening. My brother,
good morning. Welcome.
Mexico, Kabama, continue to energize you, my brother. To energize you to do that which you are doing for your motherland. This is selfless services. To go Kabama is your strength. My I have to reverse my Hamadi members which will pay on the chain with the demand that the Zoo government killed his mother and the Brutai, the army commander, killed his mother. And we are telling him we are together with him. The mother died and will be buried. Brutai, the vulture will eat him. That one is compulsory. But to Brutai, will not be buried. Let us see how it goes. My name still remain okay for me. To one for my Kadachi, Bullet, my brother has said a lot. I love that. Before anything, I don't think, maybe I don't know if you saw one article by old video about Sanjay this morning. He said, banish me out of Nigeria. If the man in Atorok is real Buhari.
I want to make sure it's
you saw it, eh?
I have seen it. I don't
know. Thank you, man.
I want to make sure. I want to make sure that's what he said before I make comment on it. I've seen it.
No, the real. What our director Onion do so they are seeing it. I love that.
It's not what
I want to add
Cyril,
that useless in
Cyril, what I'm saying is that our leader said the real thing. What our leader what our leader said is the truth. What I'm saying is that the person reporting is saying or Obasanjo said, I must know where that news is coming from. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yes. What I
understand, my brother.
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, my brother. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Now, another thing, my brother, you see, the army, I don't know what they call army, I don't know how to call them, because all of them are ranking without war. They're giving themselves promotion. I want to add that idiot that was saying that they have challenges. What I want to add that my friend is hearing now, because I heard the listening to Radio Biafra. What are the challenges that he's having in Southeast
why are you calling him idiot?
The army chief.
Why? He is reporting.
I never is a Nigeria. Am I a Nigeria with him? I'm not a Nigeria.
No. You see, let's get something right. Okay, when somebody tells you something, extract what that person said. He is telling you what is happening. And I said, I'm glad he told us what is happening. That's why I'm going to call him an idiot.
I will do that.
Are you following my point? Yes.
Yes, I'm following you. We are subject to errors and corrections.
Yes.
But what I'm trying to say now, what are the challenges? What are the challenges they are having in Southeast and the South? This is what I want to ask you, because they say they have the program is meant for West. South is forgetting the North where there is problem. Let them tell us the problem that challenge they have in Southeast. Is there anyone going on in Southeast that they bring you all the but man, let's forget. All these things are the handiwork of this useless governor that they say they are representative that brought all this fight on, that they are responsible for all whatever that is happening in that land. But whatever is happening in Biafra land is caused by Omai and all the rest of them, and that is why we will not leave any stone unturned. We cannot forgive any of them. No matter however, whatever they are saying, all of them are in for it. They dismissed our land, all these killings, all these many, all these subjugations. But these people brought it to us. Maka even a cook okay, no go okay, but without them bringing these people in our land. Oh, with all the things is failing us, because we are here. Our people are suffering too much. There is no. I suffered Kwashoko. But the Kwashoko now is more worse than that of 1970 now. This is the real Kwashoko now. They are poisoning our food, poisoning everything. Our people are dying. All types of manners of sicknesses are happening in Biafra land. But what I'm telling my people in Biafra land, one thing, nobody can intimidate them. That land belongs to us. At the end of the day, a director said they will kill us, but Biafra must come. Is the more that Biafra must come. We must restore that land. By fire, whatever it is granted, we are only waiting for time. There must always be tomorrow. Let them remember that. There must always be tomorrow. All of them must be brought to book. We must revenge all of them. All these killings we must revenge all of them. Our people in Biafra land on a Korobi do the right thing. And I always say it here. Those of you that will die out of ignorance. Out of who are these people? Who is in Mandikalo? It's the Christian in Biafra land, whether in diaspora, do the needful, because that as we have influence in Biafra land, we have them here in Europe, we have them in America, we have them all over the place, even in the families. Some people don't believe about this Biafra, even my some brothers. But when you are telling them they will not hear, and that's why I'm always telling all of them that we will die, we will lose their lives. We those of them that are not in this Biafra struggle. You cannot stay outside and dictate. Come inside. You know what is happening in this. You know what is going on. Come inside and fortify yourself with us. Come inside. You have the time now. Don't die out of ignorance. It doesn't work by that now. We is Nandikal. Nandikal is the only leader we have in Biafra land now. Buru. Whether you like it or not, he's the only person who have my respect. And I will follow him to the end of time, because his uncle died for this struggle. His mother had died for it again. And he still remains resolute, radical, fanatical, or raw. All of us following him, we must restore it our land. Mazi, warrant, I appreciate you. Mazi, I honor you. To work out with all of you, your strength and all of you. We must see this Biafra, and we are getting there. Our people forget all those things that are in Biafra land. Forget what. Let them come and be there. Let them build more and more. We are ready. Just the same one is here now. Area for 1 evening, 1 afternoon. It must happen. It's a must. That land is our own. We have to do what we can do as a man. We have to do what we can do now, and God will do His will. Honor of the Kaiser of Allah, Beacon. I'm there, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. What's tonight?
There were, Mazi Cyril, there were. We are. He said what they sent him to say. He said what they sent him to say, and we got the message. So let the world be notified that Nigeria is under military occupation, military rule. So we cannot overlook that one. And the message came out loud and clear. So he did not make that rule. This is what they sent him to say. Call out your name and where you're calling from.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Depend your time zone. How are you?
Oh, fine, thank you.
Hello?
Yes, we are listening to you.
I'm calling from
My brother, go ahead. We are listening to you. We are listening to you. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm calling from Ogbia. Ogbia is Yenagua province, Biafra land.
Welcome.
What we are hearing from the radio, it makes us to get more hope in the future. But then it makes us to get power from this radio Biafra. What's happening in the eastern region, southeast, is unbearable. Because we have about 10 governors in the southeast. Anything that's happening upon all this killing, all this atrocity that is going on in a land, no governor will get the mind to stand up and say, no, this thing, it doesn't like in this way. You people should stop it. Who is the federal government or who is the Buhari? Okay, upon all these our senators who are there, all these so-called House of Reps who are there, are they block their mouth? They don't block their mouth. They are human beings. Other people too are human beings. Why can these people stand up and say something reasonable for this Nigeria? They are killing their people. They don't care. Now they are bringing Operation ID card. Show your ID card. No one talk. They are helping their women. No one talk. They want to take their land. No one talk. Are these people are human beings? Are they educated? If these people are educated, I think education will open your eyes. Education will make you to know something. Education will make you to read things that is happening in your country or in the world. Why these people are doing things like this? Now we put a parable. We get a word in your language. That word is a Kenny Mamufa. Die is one. Die is one. Kenny Mamufa. Die is one. Die is not two. It's only one. Even though I die today, he's dead. I die tomorrow, he's dead. So we are here. We are here praying for Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu should go on with the struggle. We are behind him. We are behind him. 100% behind him. To protect him. God should protect him. Biafra come. Already. Hello?
We are listening to you. We are listening to you. Go ahead.
Okay.
We are hearing you.
Already. Biafra is here already. So we don't have any fear for any person at all, because all this military in Nigeria now is the two countries, because they never declare war. That's why they are doing all these things. If they declare war, will it be easy for them to come and take our land, or to come and rape women, or to come and do operation? It's not war. To come battle to battle. It's not easy for them to come easily like that. They see that they never declare war. That's why they're trooping in. All that the gun that they are hoping, we know how to hold gun more than them. The gun that they are holding, the bullet that they are holding, we know how to hold bullets more than them, because they never declare war. Nnamdi Kanu, we are following Nnamdi Kanu instruction. The moment the declare, then these people will know, say, this is come from us. They will find a way to put their head. They will not see. So thank you very much for this your broadcast that you are broadcasting. We are here in Yanagua. Listen only our studio area. We don't have a radio Biafra unless you come for Yanagua before you're hearing everything. So thank you very much. Go on. We are behind. We are behind Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, please, don't be offended I called again. There's something somebody said that Obasanjo made a statement. Please, can you confirm and expatiate on that statement of Obasanjo?
Yes.
So that we listeners can know what to say.
I had it.
Please, sir. Please, I'm begging you.
No.
You say you are yet to confirm. Can you confirm and expatiate before you close your program? Thank you, sir. From Ibere.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, they said he said something, and I said I will not comment on it. It might not even be today, it might be tomorrow. Because I like to be careful about what I say on the source of my information before I confirm. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Good morning, sir.
Oh, Ben, good morning. Did you get my?
I thank you. Yeah. I thank you immensely for the job you do here every morning. Man.
Did you get my message? Did you get my message?
You, my
yeah. Did you get my message?
Yes, sir. I also thank our brother from Yenagua. He touched on the issues that I wanted to deal with.
Yes.
You know, every time I hear somebody in the Senate challenge what the government is doing, it's always an outside person or from somebody from the north.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep asking myself, they said they declared war. The army spokesperson said there is war. We're in a state of war in Nigeria, and nobody stood up and said, "Could you tell us where that war, the front line is of that war, and where is the war being declared? And why is it that you have if what we are hearing is correct, that they have 45,000 troops in the eastern region? If what we're hearing is correct, shouldn't somebody with his right mind ask them, is there any war or anybody that declared war in the eastern region? We need to know that. Or kidnappers are now considered war stature. Nobody asked that question. Nobody is asking them, why is it that the non-militants who are fighting, that have declared war against the Nigerian soldiers, killing Nigerian soldiers in the north, the Boko Harams, nobody is talking about how to deal with them. Instead, they abandon them there and then take all their forces and might down to the east. Why is it that nobody is talking about that? And again, I'm beginning to be really, feel unconcerned with our people back home. Because what I'm asking is this, like the last caller from Yenagua rightly pointed out, we have members of the House of Representatives who are representing us. We have chiefs who are claiming to be chiefs, occupying prestigious positions, enjoying the perks that go with it as a chief of the people, both prestige and monetary benefit that is getting to them. And nobody ever said, why is it that all this is going on? Or are we getting the wrong information? That's what I'm trying to find out. Because it seems like we who are here are crying more than the people who are down there. They feel unconcerned, except for those that call on Radio Biafra, like a brother from Yenagua, and few of them. So the point I'm making is this. If you are worried about what is going on, can't you organize yourselves and request that every elected member in every locality we want to talk to you come back one weekend? Because these people don't travel home. I think they've made Abuja their home now. Can anybody tell me last time they visited home? If these people are not coming home, do you think they will see what is going on there? They don't visit home. The only time they visit home is during the election to come and solicit for votes. After that, they pack their bag and baggages and go and live their luxurious life in Abuja. Why can't people demand that they come home and let the people that own the land ask them questions with regard to what is going on there? We are not hearing your mouth. We are not hearing your voice. You are not saying anything. Does it mean that the something going on here does not affect you? What is actually your job? You call yourself a member of the House of Representatives or our senator, the lawmakers of the land. Are you really making that law? Are you really concerned about the laws that are coming as dictatorial laws now from the leadership? Nobody is doing all that. So why can't people organize themselves and demand seat to the chief. We have village leaders. Organize yourself. Pay a visit to the chief and demand that you should get hold of whoever is your representative of the community. You want to see them on the weekend. Or call town meetings. We do call town meeting or now town meeting, everybody gathers in the house. Come there, let people ask them questions. It is not only during the time of election that they will come and organize you and ask you to organize yourself, and they will come with their car and stay 20-30 minutes and vanish again to the next locality. This is the time to question them and ask them about these things we are hearing here, whether these things are right. Let them ask them. We'll let you know. So we cannot be coming here like, okay, if people are not listening to Radio Biafra, how are they going to get the information they need in order to know what is going on in that country? Look at the clips you played this morning. The other time I listened to Radio Biafra, I think it was Rabbi Charles that said that they've imported 150,000 machetes or knives or daggers in our region. What are they importing 150,000? If it is true, because I don't know. Because sometimes I wonder whether all this information we are getting, if it's true, how could people know about all these things and they're still unconcerned? What are people going to do with 150,000 knives or daggers? If every dagger should kill a human being, don't you know the number of people it will kill? Who are they importing it to? Why are they importing it? Is there anything going on in the East that is not something police can deal with, police action? So, my brother, this is only the point I'm trying to raise this morning. I would like to see the reaction of the people who are in that sport, that particular sport, where these things are going on. What are they doing? There are things that they can do within their reach. Organize yourself and demand for certain things to know. Ask questions. Asking questions is not a crime. Send a delegation to the governor. Send a delegation to the council chief or whoever, local government chairman. Ask questions. Get them. Answer them. Call them. They are the people you elected to rule you. And they are making their living doing that job. So that job should be very important to them, and they will have to answer to the people. If you do not do that, then you people don't deserve any pity. Thank you very much, my brother. May God bless you.
Thank you, Ben. Check your message. I left you a message there. I left you a message. Thank you very much. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Caller, your name and where you calling from. That line is gone. Caller, your name and where you calling from.
Good evening here.
Good morning, oh.
Thank you, brother. I call you now for Zoo Country, Nasarawa. My name na Alamoka. Because of share of our budget for Enugu State.
Alamoka, we are not hearing you. We are not hearing you. Yeah. Hang up and call back. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. That is the call number. +1 484 767 0848. Caller, your name and where you calling from.
Yes, now.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. In the open for where I say now, Nasarawa State. Nothing like operation. Show your ID card here. Nothing like operation. Show your ID card here, my brother.
because this one is the plan. They don't plan that exactly what about it at all. That is the plan. Nothing like operation show your ID card for here and there for Nasarawa State. Like this number will call you last. Why drop? If you know they hear me well. When I go see that number, give my brother. Okay, foreigner. I want to donate money for this budget for Enugu State this because where my side for issues of local prophets are nothing like Radio Biafra for our side. So anything they want to face, my brother, I willing to pay any amount. My brother, because he showed me, he told me yesterday, say, this is my number, not the show. Maybe you zoom something, don't do something. And tell about it. For not. Our senators, all of them, they for Abuja here, all of them, they for Abuja here. They don't do anything. I want to tell our brothers, like our brothers ready for East. I'm not sure not everybody is listening for Radio Biafra. Like me now, every morning, every night, if I know how I get one day for house, for shop, and for my handset here, what they call you now. Every day they listen for Radio Biafra because our brothers for East, my brother, not everywhere. So sometimes network day, sometimes they travel and they use my phone to travel. Sometimes not everywhere network day to listen for Radio Biafra. Our brothers therefore under siege. Our brothers for East live under siege because those people they plan it against us, but no problem, they don't go succeed. As for our church grandma, nothing will happen for us. Because I think our brothers way every day I tell them, join IPOB, they go say what is IPOB. I pity them. Because this plan 114 is going for everybody. Brother, and God bless you and God will bless you. Chukwu tell you go do one by one. Bambo you're okay for having you want to know about this number before. Then okay fine. In the area, somebody came out on you, that could go like
the number I have is the one. This one you are talking with is the number I have.
Okay. Yes, you can give her this one. This one take my WhatsApp number. Yes.
Okay. Because the other one he did not show. I will give him this one.
Okay, so I beg, please, I beg. God will bless you people. Sugar goes Zulu. Nobody not tired forever. Nobody not tired forever. Nobody had a man now. I don't demolish you. Every day here now. Or probably in the member. I'm sure I'm video, but I try also come the belly woman member. No, but Sugar goes Zulu. I should now. You're Muslim, I can marry you.
Thank you very much. It's sitting up. They know the truth. They know what is happening. It is our people that have refused to know what is happening. And now they are beginning to get the hint. They are feeling the heat now. And I'm glad people are responding. And I'm glad they want the radio. They want to hear the radio. And that radio is your lifeline. We are beginning to pay attention about our surroundings. Before we used to be careless. And what they do is to deposit their troops. And the senator from the north that told you that he was at Madugri. And the military stretched. He knows what he's talking about. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Mazalozi, good evening from here.
Good morning. I'm hearing you. I told you good morning. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm hearing you.
Okay. Mazi, I don't know. My name is Mazi Anene Chukwu. Mazi, my little contribution this afternoon or the evening from here. You know, when I listen to that clip that you played before, I listened to that clip yesterday. In fact, the clip from my mood, honestly. These people, it's only God know what this will have in mind. You know, when the military are telling us that there is war, in Southeast. So the ID card they are requesting, is it to know the people that registered for the war, or the people that will go for the war? That is the one I don't know. Then the 45,000 troops they brought in Southeast. That 45,000 troops is not for the war. They brought those military for the purpose of Luga. That is why they brought them. Not that there is nothing like war. They brought them for the Luga settlement to be successful. So anybody that is saying war or ID card, they brought them for the purpose of Luga. That is what everybody should have in mind. But instead of that Luga, instead of them to establish Luga in our land, let all of us perish. This is my contribution this evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ruga or no Ruga, defend your land. They are there, and somebody is telling you that they are there. Defend yourself. You have to be concerned. So it's not a joke. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Please my name is Mazi Chimachetefu.
Please turn off your radio.
My name is Mazi.
Turn off your
radio. Yes, I have done that, sir.
Okay.
Yes, I have done that, sir. My name is Mazi Chimachetefu Nyechukwu, and I'm calling from Obolafo. Obolafo is in the local government. So I didn't say Biafra land. I hope I'm coming out clear.
Go ahead, we're listening.
I want to use this medium and greet Kekeroa for how you have made every one of us to this evening of 4th of November 2019. And I still want to use this medium and greet Marida Mazinam Dekano and every other Biafra that have working assiduously. For what is happening in our land, just like the last caller is just saying now, the reason why that all this type of thing is doing in our land is just so simple. This is a way they want to use this media and force our people so that you can limit our access to them. So that once you hear all this type of their material and all this their harassment, the only thing you say that so that they will not kill me, let me just give it to them so that they will not kill me. But they are one of now they kind of have built us and built us more than ever strong, more than ever before. There's nothing that they can do to stop our restoration effort. There's nothing that they can do as any blood Biafran that will make it to go back, unless you are not a hardcore IQB or unless you are not a hardcore Biafran. Because this one I'm saying is life is war. Neither they kill you now, neither you die now or you die later. Man must die. That is one thing. So we will not use them, let them not use this as a threat to us. Because we are not even afraid of them. Even themselves know that we are ready for them. No matter anything, even the point of death, IPOB is ever ready. Because this generation have stand and they have come out for us to restore our land. But what I'm encouraging my people, wherever you are, stand up and stand very firm for us to defend this our fatherland, for us to defend this our heritage, for us to restore this land, so that you can have every good thing that you can think in life, so that all this type of marginalization can stop, so that you can have social amenities, so that you can have every good thing. All this joblessness will end in our life, so that therefore we can create every other thing that every other country will be envied about Biafra of what Chukwu have given to our knowledge. This is what we are encouraging our people. Just come out. We have got what we are looking for. Our leader Mazinam Dekano have sacrificed everything sacrificable. He has done this job to the length. He has finished the whole thing. The remaining one is me and you. Let us just come out and belong and enter into the ark. Because this thing that you are saying like this is what happened. Even during before, our brother Noah is using the axe. Noah have been shouting. Noah did the axe for 120 years, and he has been shouting. You people should come into the axe so that you will be safe. And this is what our leader Mazinam Dekano have now been saying. He has been lamenting over it. Now let us, all of us, just come in mass for us to enter this into this the ark of our leader Mazinam Dekano, which is a everlasting ark. Because this is the only place that our Redeemer comes. This is the only savior we have in Biafra land. And I encourage every Biafran, especially my people from Suka Isis, let's come out in massive. so that this, if we don't defend our land now, our name will be sorry. And we know that all type of things is happening in our land. We should remember what's happened before. Let's come out in massive to support this restoration effort so that we can get our land and restore our land. They cannot take this Osuka from my people. This is what I asked, and I know that governments have done it for us. And I encourage every one of you in the studio here, and from the sunrise to Radio Biafra Hausa language, and every other Biafra working assiduously, let me sign off from here so that other people can give their own contribution. But I urge every Biafra wherever I are. Remember, ever forbidden. Biafra is our last hope, and we must regain our freedom in the name of Chukwu Karama. They were watching it. Goodbye from here.
Thank you very much. Mazi, go ahead.
Good morning, Mazi Alozie. This is Mazi Mbadike. It's Chukwu Okoli from Umudimu Nnewi in Biafra land, and Deputy State Coordinator here in New York. And Mazi Alozie, not delaying, I've been following all the broadcasts this morning, and what is happening today is like what our leader has said. That is what we. He told us that the zoo will do everything possible, but he was waiting for them to hand over to the army so that we can, face them heads on. As it is today, as these people confessing what is going on in the government, there's no army, there's no police, and all of them are handicapped, and they're so confused that they don't even know what to do. That's what we're telling our people, to join the families of IPOB wherever they are. That's the only way they can be saved. But you see, like for people, as we always say, they always think that we don't know what we are doing, but actually we know what we are doing. But nevertheless, we know that we are going home, and we must continue the journey. And another thing that I will come up this morning to emphasize on this relay station we're trying to raise money for Nnewi province and Onitsha province. I have made the number available, and the number is 929 32 62 73 35. I will repeat the number again: 929 326 27335. Mazi, this number is just for people to send their receipt for their payment. As soon as they send their receipt, we're going to add their name to the forum so that they will see how the fundraising is going without coming on the air to announce it. And if you're in Biafra land listening to Radio Biafra and you belong to a zone from Nnewi and Onitsha province and you want to make a donation, you can do this as well through their unit. Don't send money to me. Everything is done through their unit, and they will give you a receipt. You write your name and your zone and the state where you make that donation and send it to this number. It's only for WhatsApp only. The only call we take on this line is people that are not an IPOB member that want to make a donation. Those are the people that can call on this line. Or sending a text message, I will reach out to them. The number again is 929 326 27335. Nnewi and Onitsha province.
You are living out.
So if you are within that area,
yeah, Mazi, you are living out +1.
Okay. The number is +1 929 326 27335. Okay? This number is just for receipt for your payment. Mbadike is not taking money from anybody. The money goes to your unit. All you send us here is the receipt of your contribution so that we can monitor how much money we have get towards putting this relay station. And when we finish this, we go around for the other zones that don't have relay station in their zone. But if you need any information, Mazi Alozie will assist me in giving you the information if I didn't come on the line. Please, this line is just for the receipt, and people that are not member of IPOB that want to donate money from this zone, you send in a text message if you want to contribute money and you doesn't belong to a zone, then we can tell you what you can do.
Okay.
Mazi, I don't know if you have any question to ask me in reference of this.
Yes. That means the number you gave me is wrong. because it ended in 3-3, but the one you gave ended in 5.
Okay.
So resend me the correct number.
Okay, I will do so as soon as I hang up now.
Okay, all right.
Thank you, Mazen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We are coming to the end of today's broadcast, and you've had it. This is Radio Biafra, live broadcast. You had it. I will not take any other call so that I can be able to replay that message, that clip. Listen to it and then ask yourself a question. Is it real? Or are they joking? This is Radio Biafra. We are here to tell you the truth. Not only do we tell you the truth, we tell you what is happening. We tell you what happened, and we analyze to you what is going to happen. And our leader, Mazen Nandekani, is good at it. And you deny. You tell yourself lies. You lie to yourself. And at the end of the day, you're the one paying the ultimate price. You are the one being taunted. Even if you're not the one, what about your relatives you left at home? You don't want to accept the truth. That which you use as your pillow is not working out for you. So what else do you expect? What do you expect? Let us be very, very serious. Let us listen to our leader. And not only do we listen to our leader, listen to this.
With regards to the issue of persons holding means of identification will be allowed by the military men whenever they are conducting maybe cordon and search. To me, I'm a barrack boy. My father is a retired military officer. I have never seen a situation whereby a military man is doing a job or police work, if I can put it, or paramilitary work. I've never seen it in my life. We went to Maiduguri for an oversight. One of the problems of Nigerian army is lack of manpower. And now you want to overstretch the limited number you have for this. So, sir, so this is it.
The Nigerian state is in a war situation, and whether I would like it or not, even though the constitution has not been suspended, we are doing everything in line with the constitution, because the constitution empowers the Nigerian army to come in aid of other security agencies when the need arises, and to conduct such other functions as may be approved by the National Assembly. And I think that is what we are doing. And many of these activities, you may not necessarily, they are not enumerated in the constitution, so they are not even things you can say, oh, we say we are supposed to do this, this and that. But in the course of doing that particular major activity, we come up with other ideas and other activities that support that particular activity. I think we're in line. So I want to use the opportunity to appreciate you and call on you and let you know that, look, this particular activity or this particular operation that the military is undertaking, because it's not affecting your area doesn't mean you should not be concerned. You must be concerned because it's affecting everybody. And if it's a business for everybody, I think it is what the whole Nigerians should see as our project and support the military and the army particularly to ensure that we bring this challenge to a halt. So Crocodile Smile is actually designed for the south, south and southwest, but we are focusing on the southeast because of course there are no challenges, or there are challenges everywhere, but it is not as, you know, pronounced as in the southwest as in other areas. Then the last one, okay, not the last one. I want to commend Honorable Pella for this particular vote of confidence. Thank you so much. You actually said that if the ministry is coming up with new ideas and innovations in a bid to improve on the security situation within the country, we should be supported. And I want to call on other distinguished members to toe his line and of course speak to their constituents to understand what we are doing. It's not out of the ordinary, as I said. I've tried to explain as much as possible. They are not going to see any increased number of troops on the road, or you are not going to have additional checkpoints and roadblocks. You are not going to see any different activity which you are already seeing now. But it's just a noble idea in a bid to arrest some of these criminals that may be relocating from one particular part of the country to other parts. So also you cited the aspect of awareness and sensitization that we need to do more. I agree with you that yes, of course, anything the army is doing or the military is doing, sometimes people read a whole lot of meanings into it, and we will take this back and ensure that we create more awareness.
If we can be fair to each other, national ID card, if you can close this door now, including the military men, the honorable members, members of the press, and staff of this National Assembly, if you ask them to bring out their national ID card, I don't think you can have more than 50% of people that can pass through this door. The truth of the matter is, it has not been provided to all Nigerians. As I'm talking to you now, and I want you to talk to the theater in Borno, by 6 a.m., if you go to National ID card office in Maiduguri, you have more than 2,000 people without fear of any contradiction queuing up. Among them, you have Chadians, you have people from Niger Republic, you have people from Cameroon Republic. They are queuing up. And one of the requirements for you to get the national ID card is for you to just have access to indigenization letter from any of the local government, which is very porous. Everybody can go and obtain indigenous letter for a local government and acquire national ID card.
That's it. It's for those that want to hear. Let them hear. If you like, take it lightly. If you like, take it very, very seriously. And this is where we'll be ending the program. We'll hurriedly switch over to our South African station. We have no intention of overstaying. Anything you failed to say today, tomorrow is another day. This is the way we deal with time. So that's the way it is. Sorry if you couldn't call in. That is the way it is. Thank you.
Spilling of blood will count our privilege. The waving standard which emboldens the free shall always be a flag of
Okay, please stand up for our spirit. It's another Savior, holy, 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 holy. Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior, holy, holy.
Now, I want you to listen to this conversation between Shettima, a current senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and Kunle. Listen and listen carefully.
They should fly to Kano, they will swear him as president, and they'll stand their ground. Before we know, they rallied around Abiola, they said, don't go to North, if you go, they'll kill you. Maybe so happen. Do you understand? No. So, but I'm coming now. So, Babangida got the... Abacha that interceded him for many years. I'm coming now. I'm coming. Before we are talking about the cancellation now, the cancellation of the elections. And two, didn't you not see that even from the West, there were people who supported there are big men who joined in the cancellation of the elections. But whatever it is, at that time, it was nobody was killing the Yorubas left and right. Babangida was virtually betraying everybody. And today, have you not seen him on TV? Have you not seen how he was looking? Is God not wonderful? Did you not see Babangida? Even though I have promised as from today, so long as he's my brother from the north, even if he's eating everybody in Nigeria fresh, you come out with Nigerian man leg eating, I will not say it's bad again. Because I have learned how to support my people from what I have seen with Igbos and some people in Nigeria with Jonathan.
Now you must thank God for Yoruba. Yoruba supported by the otherwise we wouldn't have come.
No, I'm coming, please. I'm coming. Let me tell you one thing. I'm coming. Listen to me, Kule. A section of Yoruba supported Buhari. Listen to me, please. Let us make this clear. You understand? We are all politicians. Yes. The Tinebus, since 1960s, since the Oyibo left the country, Yoruba was called one word. We are first Yorubas. You are first Yoruba before you are a Muslim, you are a Christian or Nigerian. Yes. So or not so?
Yeah, you are right.
Abi? Okay.
Yes, you are right.
Now, all I know, a Yoruba man, whoever he is, whether Muslim or Christian, preferred anybody in this house to rule him than a Hausaman from the north. That's the truth about it. So, fortunately, I'm coming, sir. Let me learn. Fortunately, the center is controlled by non-Muslim, non-Northerners. Are you getting me? And Jonathan, fortunately for the North, Jonathan decided to use religion and slice the Yorubas to the extent, for the first time, Yorubas were divided religiously. To the extent Muslims Yorubas stood their ground and said
They were not supporting Jonathan. They even refused to attend the meetings of the Jonathan. The papers are there, their statements are there in the papers. So or not so, sir? No, I like this. It is there. That's the truth. It's there. Even when he went, there were some few Muslim leaders who met Jonathan. The Supreme Council of Islam of Western Nigeria or Yoruba land came out clearly and said no, they disagreed. Do you get me? We know the population of Yoruba close to 80%, or let's say close to 60% are Muslim. This man constituted a national conference. This is the Yorubas that were saying it. We read it and we had them saying it. So that succeeded in dividing the Yoruba themselves. Now, two, the humiliation, whatever they did to us, our own was that let them kill us and reduce our population. But at least they still know that we are significant politically and they allowed us to maintain some position. But in the case of Yorubas, they were sliced out of the whole system. So or not so. That was how Tinubu and the issue of Boko Haram, if we have to talk about Boko Haram, it's not from the south now. I am coming now. Let me forget about Boko Haram now. We brought about the Yoruba politics. Now, Tinubu and the Yorubas generally carried what happened to them and went to Kaduna and met them in Kaduna and begged them that we have to put our head together. Look, sir, let me tell you the truth and find out. At a point, the Yoruba, being humiliated under Jonathan, were even considering to cut off and put their Oduduwa Republic. But they realized if they do that, the Igbos were completely in charge of finance, civil service, security, and everything. If they do that, now East and the North, they are enjoying exactly. I'm coming now. The Yoruba He didn't benefit at all. I'm coming, yes. The Yoruba, at the point, the Yoruba intelligence, at the point realized that if they cut off, the Igbos will finish them. If they stay as it is and Igbo continue ruling, they will be completely finished. Before Jonathan, significant part of the economy, who are the accountants are Yorubas, who are the judiciary and lawyers are Yorubas, who are the civil service are Yorubas. Today you can't find any one of them. So or not so. So that's why the Yorubas say, even if we want to leave this country, we must get this power out of the hand of the Igbos and reposition ourselves. Jonathan, the Northerners really benefited from that Jonathan too much, Alaji. Hey, we have the calculations of the government.
We agree. What can you do? Some people don't know how we fight.
He knows that we can do it.
We are very, very consistent.
That was why the Yoruba
we don't stop. We will never ever stop until we accomplish our goal. That goal is to disgrace and unmask it. And we are not going to stop until we do it. I told some of you before.
No, to tell you the truth, the North,
in
the Northern people,
2014,
honestly,
that our passport to Biafra freedom is the way we become. Did I say that or not? Did I say that or not? I want to Tribunal said that people without certificates now affiliated.
Let me ask you a question, sir.
Is their problem? I feel that you will become because we are going to keep fighting these people until they willingly give up Biafra to us. It doesn't matter how many they kill, how many they arrest illegally, who they cross terrorists, who they cross wherever they like. One thing is certain. Biafra must come. Biafra must come. Biafra must come. When you are at the center of this very movement, you encounter a lot of difficulties and problems.
In fact, some Yorubas were telling me when I was in Lagos last weekend that it is when we are in charge of Lagos.
I repeat, there is nothing that will stop this very movement. Oh, only Mahandi Awusa to Limehan. Some of them
Mande na kwashe. Mande